everybody, and welcome to we'll call it the Halloween episode. It's also the reunion show.
Reunion.
I'm Jim. Mark and Kayla are here as always, and our special guest, Joey. Mark and I have known Joey for 45?
Long time.
Long time.
Long time.
So we're going to definitely share some stories from our childhood. Let's just start right in. We met in fourth grade. I'll tell the story again. I told it earlier tonight. Met Mark's first wife, Annette, was my first friend here. Mark came in a month later. Joey got in trouble, got sent to the principal's office, and we didn't see him again until sixth grade when he moved.
Yes.
Well, I didn't actually spend
right
like a year and a
door.
half. I wasn't a year and a half in the principal's
I don't know
office.
where the hell you went, but we didn't see you again until sixth grade when you and your family moved in next door
Right
to
next
Mark.
door to me.
I
yeah.
think back then they called it the hot box.
And I don't understand why your parents and my parents weren't, well, I don't call my stepmonster a parent, but my dad wasn't more friends with, I don't know why they didn't get together. And
I don't think any of our parents, I mean, our dads talked a couple of times.
yeah, they should have. They would have all gotten along with Paul with the East Coast, my dad Midwest, and freaking your dad's awesome. I think they all would have got along pretty well. It's just us three. It's like us right now. Would have been our dad.
Well, I think our dads were older. Joey's dad was a cool dad because he was much younger.
Well, yeah, he was only 19 years older than me, so.
Yeah. So,
You know.
I mean, Joey's dad went to the game room with us and shit like that.
My dad was an asshole. So
I think
My dad was just old.
I think my dad may have even played some games on some of that stolen money we had
that's
a couple times without knowing.
awesome.
Those 20s we had.
I am not admitting to any grand
Oh,
larceny
I mean,
that Mark
I
and
mean,
Joey have committed.
No, I don't
We
know.
worked hard mowing
I'm not-
lawns and delivering papers.
Yeah.
Wait, remember our bike washing service?
We did have a bike washing
We had a bike
service.
washing service until someone tried to wax someone's.
yeah. Right.
All right.
Yeah,
First
that
of-
was that weird guy that was walking through the
All right,
neighborhood.
no.
They eventually arrested him. Okay.
I remember certain details about our childhood that these two have no idea.
Yeah,
Someone
obviously,
came,
Dr.
Listen.
Wax.
someone came to our bike washing service and he had a Diamondback seat. So someone tried to wax his seat and all the wax got stuck in the diamonds of the seat, making it look like he had some white stitching in there or something. It was terrible. It was good. But anyway,
Who
our-
did the waxing?
What did he expect from a 12-year-old cleaning a bike?
these were our friends that were coming from school.
We don't know anything about wax on and wax off.
No, we knew nothing. But
Yeah,
that
obviously we're
was
very intelligent.
that was
Wait, what was a buck a bike?
I don't remember what we probably
buck a seat.
50 cents. I don't know what the hell we
Wow.
did.
I vaguely remember that. Jim, for some reason, can remember what color shirt you wore on what day during everything. And me and Joey are like, oh,
I have this weird memory.
I don't
that-
remember high school.
well, that's for other reasons.
Joe, you don't remember the ride over here.
It's-
I'm going to give you that one, but still.
We're having Joey on with Dr. Weed.
the battle. The battle
Hey,
will
it would
ensue.
be.
Oh, I will not try to outdo him. I
No,
just
you
will be
won't
his,
do them. We'll just see
I
who-
will just be his mentor.
right.
He can teach me.
Or mentee, who knows?
Yeah, it would be different. I think you'd both learn things. So
No, I would.
Okay,
I would
so
I'd love to be
Anyway,
his.
we know I remember quite a bit. I want to hear a memory from each of you. We'll start with Mark. Give us a memory from anywhere from 4th to 8th grade.
Joey used to. Well, I don't know who it was. A camper that was in your front. You always had that camper that we always played in or whatever. Fucking.
See, I've been an RVer since I was young.
I know, but it was your dad's. Would you remember
Wait,
that
was
one?
it a
No,
van or
It
a
was
camper?
the van. It was the van, and then you also had a camper.
the big blue van,
Right.
with
We
the
would al-
ladder on the back.
Yeah, we
That
would
I
always
remember.
we would
Yes.
always play in that, and your dad would never get mad if that dad
No.
would have fucking been throwing shit. But we played in that
Yes.
thing all the time
Because we
man.
traveled from Arizona to Kentucky each summer, back and forth with that van.
Yeah, I
And
remember
we-
your dad drove that van everywhere.
Yep.
Well,
and
no,
we
had
would
the
play
yellow
with
car,
it all
yellow
the
Ford.
time.
That was the yellow Ford Fairmont.
Yes, I do remember the yellow Ford
And
Fairmont.
There was 4 kids that learned how to drive in that car.
Yeah.
It was totaled twice. Once by me and once by my brother. So, yeah, it's
All right, so Mark, you remember the blue? I remember one time we were not supposed to be up there, but we're on the roof for some reason.
of the blue van.
No, of the house,
Oh,
Whose house?
Joey's.
Oh, I don't know.
We couldn't be on the house at your house.
Hell
we would have
no.
been in
Are you
trouble.
kidding me?
Between
Yeah.
your sister and
they
your
would have called him
grandmother.
the SWAT team.
Yeah, it would be at my place. Yeah.
But we saw Joey's dad turn the corner, and we didn't try to go down the ladder or anything. We just ran and jumped off the roof onto the yard. That's just another random memory that popped up.
Off the roof into the yard?
superheroes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good.
All right, so here will be the real test.
No,
Joey,
yeah, Joey does.
give us a memory
I actually
from
remember something.
longer ago than 10
I remember
minutes.
when my buddy Phil and Johnny were freaking.
I remember, like, 3 or 4 minutes ago, I sat in this chair.
We're talking.
No, I'm kidding.
Try to go back
No,
further.
okay, so no, I remember when Mark's dad would give us a ride somewhere, like to Valley West Mall or something. He would smoke,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
the
yeah.
windows would be up,
Oh, yeah.
and I would get such a MFing headache by the time we
It's
got to
because
the
my
mall.
dad was an asshole. my
See-
dad
Well,
was an asshole.
I'm not going to sit here and say that. That's. Well, I also remember your brother's kick-ass Gran Torino that was light blue.
Yeah. Oh, my brother, when he
That was-
listens
that
to
car
this,
was
will
a
love that. He
beast.
loved that car.
that was
man.
a bitch of a car.
See, I'm a reformed smoker now, and
It's been
I
5 days.
So there was this.
So it's been 5 days.
I don't know if y'all noticed all this smoke coming off the fire, and then I remember his dad smoking, and then his Gran Torino could smoke the tires,
Yeah.
and then I would smoke pot. And I'm sorry, what did you say, Jim?
yeah, exactly.
What happened?
No, I that would drive me nuts. The smoking in a closed car. I do remember.
Yeah, because
that.
the windows would be up. I mean,
Yeah.
and
He was awful. He didn't care.
And I'm like,
This was back when
why does the cigarette need to still be
this
lit?
was
It's
back when
fucking full of
cars
smoke.
when cars had ashtrays and stuff like that, and
Yes.
people actually used them.
Yes.
I can honestly say I've never used the ashtray in a car that I've owned. I've only been a non-smoker for 5 days. Thank you.
Yes, we are all proud of Mr. Jim
Yes,
DuBois.
congratulations,
and all of
Jim.
his.
If
yes,
you can
yes,
bring
come on
a
now.
plaque right
Come on,
now,
give it up for him.
a
Let's
plaque.
give it up for him.
Jamie, do you have the plaque presentation
Yeah,
tonight for his
there we
5
go.
days without smoking?
5
All
days
right.
without a cigarette. So let's.
No, that's why I'm such a
The
dick.
cancer survivor is
Well,
so
I wanna,
proud.
I want to say this right now. Put it in the comments. Support Jim.
So,
Support
yes.
Jim and his non-smoking.
Support Jim.
Please throw him some support.
I've been a non-smoker for 5 days, and I want to kill everybody.
I even thought his daughter would chime in by now, but she hasn't
Yeah,
even said anything about his non-smoke. She's over there with this in Eskimo outfit.
I hate everybody.
She won't say anything. She just.
This is
You
Kayla.
guys
She's part
are
of the
gonna
show.
hear an episode next week where they literally talk about this same thing about how Dad's been 5 days, whatever. So when
No.
you hear that episode that
It'll be 11
Jamie
days.
was on, yeah. So in like 2 weeks, when you hear that episode that Jamie's on, just skip that part
Right,
because
right.
we just went through it. So I'm here. I'm gonna
5
chime in
days.
eventually.
Yeah, that is true. That we have to
Yeah,
match these
well,
kind of together, don't
Thanks, Kayla, for keeping the calendar right.
we? I wonder if any of our listeners really
I don't know, but
would know that.
I don't think they care.
I don't think
You
they
know
care.
what?
All 5 of you, please chime in.
Mom, thanks. Mom, chime in.
you know, but with that kind of support, who needs AA? You
We
know?
don't- yes,
I mean,
exactly.
come on, that's just monstrous right there.
Absolutely.
All right, so Kayla shut down. Okay, so we are going to briefly talk about the.
Wait, are we doing the 8th grade graduation picture again?
Yeah, I do want to take that picture before we go. If you check out our Facebook page, you'll see a picture from the of the 3 of us from our 8th grade graduation in 1984, and we're going to do a then and now sort of thing. We're going to do another picture.
Kind of
Wait,
cool.
We were in 8th grade in 84?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why I graduated in 88. All right, never mind. I'm good. No.
This is what drugs do to you, kids.
Yes, this is why they're fun. This is why they're fun.
Yeah, kids, you'll have a lot of fun.
Yes.
You don't do drugs, it'll be boring.
But anyway,
No.
talking briefly,
normal people.
talking briefly about our live show coming up on November 19th. Our executive producer Jamie will be putting us on Facebook Live, and hopefully
Today? Right now?
Yeah, we're gonna fire it up and just see what happens.
So our producer's a foot porn festival.
So-
Yes. She does.
So when
report
you're
to-
listening to this, we would have already gone live.
Right.
And
I
you can
know.
watch it on the Facebook page.
Right, so go to our Facebook page.
Jamie,
and
get
check
your feet
how
out of there. Will you move your feet,
Wait,
Jamie, for
come
God's
on,
sakes?
God
Jamie,
bless.
gosh, darn it.
All right. So yeah, check out the Facebook Live video when this.
Who carries
airs.
that many pairs of shoes with them? God bless.
All right, so let's Halloween. This will probably be this will probably be uploaded the night before Halloween. So this will be up Sunday night.
So
I
we
hope.
brought Joey on. Well, he
Well,
was in town, but
before we go into that, I want to talk about any Halloween memories that you guys have. We've touched on them in the past. Mark, did you go as a woman? Didn't you go as Dolly Parton one year?
No, you and
That
Scott
was
did.
me.
I did. That was him. I
was
did
me.
not.
No, you went as the world's ugliest woman.
Well, that's still a woman.
Right, but I think you went as Dolly Parton first, and Joey was the world's ugliest woman.
Hey,
I think
why
it's
we
Oprah
gotta-
Winfrey.
Wait a minute. Why we got a judge here?
Because you were ugly, dude.
Okay, I'll give you.
You
that
had a
one.
black wig,
I'll
a
give you that
yellow
one.
dress.
Why is it got to be black?
With no, he wore a black wig with a yellow dress. Did not stuff anything, so he was a
Flat-chested ugly woman.
ugly woman. It was terrible.
Yes, but I
I
was-
swear you went as.
But
Dolly
we
Parton
don't want to
one.
But I was-
offend all the flat-chested,
Oh, yes.
ugly women that are out there. We love you. You have beautiful
Jamie,
minds,
close
and
your-
Exactly.
your personalities are gorgeous. Okay?
And I just for the record, I was cheap.
And I like flat-chested women too.
But
I
do
like
you-
all chested women.
Is there any other
I only like my
Halloween
chested woman.
memories that you guys can think of?
What memories?
Squeeze me.
Halloween.
Halloween memories. I remember us going together as friends, whatever. We had to be 12, 13 or whatever, and we were going.
I remember we were holding hands.
Well,
we were, yeah.
our last
was
year
between me
trick or
and you.
treating that I know
Oh, that's
of
right. I needed the ride.
was freshman year.
Did we do? I don't. Did we? Were we
Shut
really
your
that
mouth.
pathetic and went freshman year?
Yeah, that was our last year. We went.
I would hope so. We were 14.
Yeah, that was our last year.
So
It was the
I-
last year I believed in the Santa
So I guess
Claus,
I
dude.
should not talk about the year I went as a senior.
No, yeah. No.
Come on,
Citizen or in high school?
That's why we love her.
See, she doesn't say a lot, but when she does, ladies and
Bam,
gentlemen, there
baby,
it
bam!
is.
It's nuclear.
Wow. Who needs the Russians? Holy crap.
Yeah. Fuck Ukraine.
Oh no.
Oh, sorry. All right, edit. Are you marking that one down, Jim?
No, I did whatever.
Yeah, fuck it.
So
I'm just kidding. I love all
I
Ukrainians.
remember the first time we tried to egg something on Halloween. We ended up just throwing the eggs in the air because
Catching them with our teeth.
no, we were just too afraid to throw them at anything, so we just threw them in the air and ran.
I remember the fight we got in with that one dude who wore his shit-kicking boots. Do you remember that? What? I brought a little knife, and he's like, "What are you doing with that?" I go, "Nothing." It was all of us. We were in a fight. We were three of us taking on the one big shit-kicking cowboy.
Oh,
where was this
no, that was
Have you all gone to the movies
No,
without me?
you were
no, that was a Sunday morning. We were doing our paper routes, and someone came over and threw someone up against the garage door.
Oh, my God. Holy shit, I remember this. They threw Eric up against the garage door.
Yeah, I think it was Eric. Yeah.
Yeah, they threw Eric up
I
against the
don't
garage
remember the
door.
guy's name, but yeah, he was a shit kicker.
And what was going on with that?
Joey,
Squeeze me?
mouth to the microphone.
And what was going on with that?
I don't. We messed with. I think we messed with his little brother's papers or something like that, and he came over and.
Now there were a lot of gang paper people, and we
Oh,
were
yeah.
we had our own.
This was-
We rode together.
This is
man.
a
we
mean.
rode together.
This is the mean streets.
I remember we were hardcore with our 10 speeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? And we took care of
And
the
our-
afternoon
Listen,
paper.
and
We
we-
didn't even do the
That's
morning.
right,
We took
that's
care of
right.
the afternoon.
And we had double baskets on the back.
Yes.
We were-
And
Yeah,
we
so-
had some of the largest collections of cassette tapes you could find.
you could find. They were just.
No, I think
So
we
let him-
messed with
let
his
him
little
suck on
brother's
that.
papers, so he came over to find out who messed with his brother's papers and threw one of us up against the garage door.
And it was
might
Eric.
have been me.
No, I think it was Eric. Or was it
No,
you?
Eric was not a. We didn't meet Eric
Or
till
was
sophomore
it you?
year. I think it was me.
you.
No, well,
It was Jim. No, it was Jim.
I got thrown up
Oh.
against. Anyway,
Yes.
we spent all night figuring this out, but that wasn't on Halloween.
no, that wasn't a Halloween. All I remember is us dressing up and going. Us three going. That's about. That's seriously. I wasn't.
Yeah,
a big-
there really was no major Halloween.
We always met up at like you came over to our place like 6:30. We'd go out for a couple 3 hours and that was it. I mean,
yeah, there was no. Joe, you got anything?
we threw one
No, you-
party.
you don't even remember
I
right
threw
over
one
here.
party.
No, y'all.
Oh, the Halloween party
Yeah.
of sixth grade.
Sixth grade Halloween party because
That-
my dad was like, "Oh, why don't you just have a party?"
Yes, we had it in your garage, and that was pretty much how your Christmas party is going to look because the whole sixth grade was invited,
They were.
and I think it was pretty much the first party.
Yeah, we probably had 20, 30 kids, didn't we?
Oh, more. There was the whole sixth
Oh, it was
grade
like six.
there.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of
20 kids per class.
I don't know. I'm feeling really left out here. Mark, you're really letting me down with this memory thing. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about.
You lived right next door.
That don't matter.
Wait, was Joey there yet?
He
Exactly.
was
He
there in
came-
fourth grade. I
Dude.
don't know. When did you move into?
Yeah,
Really?
six
Are you
that.
going to ask me?
yeah.
when?
Don't ask him.
Yeah,
Are
that's
you
a stupid
shitting
thing.
me?
Yeah.
Ask him.
Yeah, that's.
Ask Jim when I moved
So
in.
no, I don't think Joey was back yet. I think he was still in the principal's office. And so yeah, I
That
don't
was
think
only-
Joey was there. I remember Mark dropping his pants. That was first time Mark started his "I'll drop my pants at every party."
And that's what got the principal's attention off of me and onto Mark.
No, this was in his garage. He could drop his pants wherever he wanted.
Well, it doesn't matter. It was online.
You drop pants.
Oh wait, we didn't have that back then.
It's
Never
an
mind.
attention getter. You drop pants sometimes.
Yeah.
If you have a rule, drop
in
the
sixth
pants
grade, the
sometimes.
women were just swooning over Mark
They
and
were
his tidy
swooning over
whities.
me. My dad's like, "What are you doing?" Sorry.
All right. Well, so Joey has
Oh, that's crazy.
Joey has rejoined us from the land of Kentucky, but in his time in Kentucky, Joey has
Reflected.
reflected.
What
No.
is that? Because I
No.
shaved my head?
Yes, please. When you look at this picture, you'll notice that I am the only one with hair.
What about Kayla?
The picture of the three of us.
I
He's
hope
talking about
you
the eighth
have
grade.
hair.
He's talking about the
I'd
eighth
still love
grade.
you if you didn't have hair, but I mean, I'm glad you have hair.
No, so Joey.
I think he's just a show
Joey,
off.
over the last few years in his time in Kentucky, has become an amateur paranormal. Would you say amateur? You didn't go pro.
What's below amateur? What do they call it? Is that
Less
beginner
than
or
amateur paranormal investigator.
an amit?
So my big interest. I know you have a few stories, but my big interest is Waverly Hill Sanatorium. That's in Louisville, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Louisville, Kentucky. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So when you did your, we'll call it a ghost hunt for lack of a better term, did you go with a bunch of people? How many people were on your tour?
I've done 2 tours with Waverly Hills. And I guess the first one was with a group of people that I knew, and they would take us to each one of them.
You got to talk into that thing or people won't hear you.
Okay.
Joey's first time on a podcast, by the way.
They would take us through each floor. There was 5 floors to the building, and it was
5, 10, 20. How many people?
about 20 people per tour.
Okay. I asked because I went on a ghost tour of Hotel San Carlos here in Phoenix.
Right.
There's about 50 people. And
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
was talking so much. The only ghost I saw was a ghost of my $10 I paid flying away.
Yeah.
I
see-
went on the ghost ride at Disneyland. So I know what you're talking about,
The
guys.
Haunted Mansion at
I
Disneyland.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
It
when
scared me bad.
Exactly. When they first started out, it was like they'd take 10 people through there, and you would spend 10 or 20 minutes on each floor, and there's 5 floors to the building. This was a tuberculosis,
Right.
sanatorium, so you had 5 floors to it. They'd take you on each floor, and they would let you explore each floor.
It's
Nowadays,
kind of cool.
yeah, I mean, nowadays they rush you through it, and you're not able to do as much as you could do back then. But back then, they would, like, especially on the 3rd and 5th floor, they would take you up there, and they would show you the shadow people. And these are the people that...
Okay, so you're on this tour and they say, okay, and to your right, you can see a
You
shadow
can see the
person.
I think that was
No,
It's a
actually-
Small World. I think I was on that ride too.
It's a creepy world after all.
No, the only thing different was we weren't in any water. But we would sit at the end of the hallway, and you would wait, and you would let your eyes adjust to the darkness. And after about 15 or 20 minutes, you'd wait, and you would see these shadow people come out.
So all 20 of you are sitting together? You
Oh
go
yeah,
up
yeah.
along?
We're all sitting in a long hallway. So these rooms were set up so that they were on top of a tall hill, and they were tuberculosis patients, and back then in 1926, the treatment was fresh air. So they were all up on a hill in these big rooms with these big open windows and these long hallways, and everybody's just in a bed, sitting there trying to get fresh air. So we're sitting at the end of the hallway, and it's at nighttime. All you can see is the moonlight coming in from each doorway, and then all of a sudden you see these shadow people come in. And they're like completely black.
Why they got to be black, man?
Exactly. Well, they're shadow people, so I don't know how else to describe them, but they would come in and you would see them walk up, and you could walk down the hallway, and you would stand there with one of the tour instructors, and these shadow people would actually be walking right around you, and it would get chill. You would be colder.
Now, what was it? You say shadow people. Was it the shape of a person, or was it just a shadow blob?
No, it's absolutely the shape of a person, and you would see them like peek out from the doorway, and then they would walk out. And I'm a big time non-believer. You know, the reason I did these tours is because I wanted to see something. If I wanted to believe in it, I wanted to see it.
Okay.
And so the instructors that were giving the tours at the time, they would take one or two of you, and they would let you go down the hallway. And you would go down about 100 feet, and you would stop, and you would wait. And some of the people at the other end of the hallway said that at one point they could not even see me because of the amount of shadow people that were walking around me. Then we had our paranormal, I guess they're laser, they're like a...
Thermometer?
Yes, thank you.
Ambient temperature thermometer.
Yeah, and you can point them to one corner of the room, and you can see the temperature from 15 or 20 feet away. And the temperature all around me was like 12 degrees cooler than everything else around me.
You sure you weren't standing over an air conditioning vent?
Nope, that's the whole thing. This place has been shut down for 20 or 30 years. So there's no electricity. There was no wind going through there. I mean, I'm a big time, I like to debunk everything. I don't believe in anything until I see it. And so the only thing I really believe in is these shadow people. But I'm telling you, they were walking all around me. I was chilly.
So you don't believe in orbs, and you don't believe in...
No, I do believe in the orbs because I've seen them too, because we've taken several of the pictures that we took. They have a body chute there at Waverly Hills Sanatorium. And it's where they used to get rid of all the dead bodies because so many people were dying of this TB or tuberculosis. And so they did not want all the patients to see how many people were dying each day and discourage them. So they had what they called a body chute, which was underground, and they would transport these bodies from the hospital down the body chute to a railroad car that would then take them out through the forest, and they would take them to wherever they were going. And this was all this all started back in 1926.
That's a Halloween story, kids.
Oh,
Parents, tell your kids that story before they go to bed.
We walked down the actual body chute itself, and we've taken several pictures. We've taken several pictures on several of the floors. My better half, Cheryl, she took a lot of pictures where she would take back-to-back pictures, and one picture is totally fine, and the next picture has rose colors or like it's pinkish, and there's like
a pinkish hue.
Yes,
a pinkish hue. Okay.
Exactly. And there's like a figure in it, and it's just really weird because they're like only 1 second apart. They have two rooms. There's one room there. It says room 302 on the 3rd floor, and it is where a nurse, she hung herself because she had gotten pregnant by one of the doctors at the tuberculosis at the hospital. And then the 5th floor where a nurse threw herself off the roof of it and hung herself. So there's it's a pretty messed up place. It's really cool.
It's really messed up, but it's awesome.
I would love. I want to believe, but I got to see something, and I've never.
You should go to the Jerome one. What's the Jerome
haunted
one? Have you been that
Jerome
one
Grand
yet?
Hotel. That's one of our field trips we're planning. Kayla.
Yeah, we're supposed to go there.
Kayla, you still awake with us? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wait, what?
Do you remember out of Vulture Mine?
Yes.
And that door opening. Do you think that was the wind, or do you think that was something?
It was the wind.
It was the wind.
Yes.
That was a pretty heavy door for the wind, though.
It was the wind.
Okay. I think she just
did it make any noise?
No, he always brings up that story. We went to Vulture Mine, and what freaked me out is that there was a handprint on the window, and it was like sliding down the window.
Come on.
Yes, that's what freaked me out.
I thought it was the door. You never told me about the window.
No, exactly.
Uh-huh.
So I let you believe whatever. But no, there was this handprint on the window, and it freaked me out. And then I swear to God, maybe I'm just like trying to make it a thing, but I swear it said like help or something under it.
Wow.
Yeah.
See?
But
See,
even
And then it said red rum in the window.
Oh, you read that backwards.
Yeah.
Mark's a non-believer.
yeah, I was gonna ask. So you don't believe?
No.
You've never seen anything. You don't whatever. You don't believe in anything.
Now this is, I'm going to get a little sentimental here, but this is the only thing that I ever thought in my entire life that there was something talking to me. So my mother passed when I was young, about 10 or whatever. And to this day, I swear it was not a dream, but the phone was ringing, and I picked up the phone, and I asked it low, and I swear my mother goes, Marky? And I go, yeah, Mom, and I'm talking to my mom over the phone, and she wanted to talk to my dad, and I go, I don't know if I should tell you, but he got remarried, and she's like, no, that's okay, I just wanted to make sure he was okay. And to this day, I swear, she called me. I swear she called.
Wait, so
And
the
she
phone
probably
rang,
did.
you pick up the phone, and she said all this.
I thought it was I swear to God it was my mom calling me.
Did she?
I think it would have been whoever picked up. It just happened to be me. It could have been Janet. It could have been Steve.
And it's only been one time.
But I think it was the only time it's ever happened. And I was a kid, and but I swear it was not a dream. So that's
you had a phone to your ear.
I had a phone to my ear, and my mother was my dead mother was having a conversation with me and asking me questions about, that's the only thing I ever remember. That's it.
Like the vulture mind thing to me, even like, I mean, we were young when I was in like high school or freshman in high school or something like that. So that was
Hold
the
on.
first
So
time.
explain what vulture mind is for anyone who hasn't.
Move
been
your
there.
mic up to your face.
I was going to say, you explain that because I don't even know what it was.
Just real quick.
All right,
We were just up there.
Yeah, Vulture Mine is it used to be a working mine outside of Wickenburg. The government shut it down. I don't know the whole story, so please don't.
Is it in Arizona?
Here in
So
Arizona,
it's
it's right up by Wickenburg.
Okay.
It used to be owned by Wickenburg himself, and then they kicked Wickenburg out, and that's why he created the town of Wickenburg so he could make the money off of supplying the mine when the government had it.
I didn't know that, and I've lived in Arizona.
Then the
forever.
government shuts down the mine. Get out now, leave. So you go there. Now they've refurbished it so it's not as authentic, but there'd still be canned goods on the shelves, and people left clothes hanging in the closets and stuff like that. They just get out now. So it's like people still live there. So they're
Okay.
See, and that's where I was going in the sense of I feel like that is an attraction or like a touristy thing, that it has this like
now it is.
history or whatever it was. So to me, as I got older, to me, it just seemed like they put that there just for like, ooh, spooky, scary, whatever. I didn't start seeing stuff until my cousin passed away. I didn't even really see anything. I haven't seen like figures or anything. I think I'll frickin' shit my pants the day that happens.
No,
Believe me, you will.
We've had some experience.
There's been plenty of times that I swear when my cousin passed away that he was coming and just hanging around the house. Like I had an umbrella that he had bought me from the Renaissance Festival, and I don't remember exactly where it was, but it wasn't in a position to fall over and fall onto the floor. That shit fell over onto the floor. And it just had no whatever.
I mean, I want to believe.
But it's real. It is real.
Your mind can play serious tricks on you.
It can, but listen, when I joined, back in 2006 or so, I joined the Louisville Ghost Hunters because I wanted to see something like this. I wanted to see it for real. And they took us to a training house. One of the guys that runs the Louisville Ghost Hunters, it's his aunt's house, and it's up in the hills or something. And it's supposedly a haunted house or whatever. But we went up there for a training episode, and it's a 2-story house. The guy that I joined it with, that I worked with at UPS, were sitting on the second story, and a little dog, a plush dog, flies off the shelf and lands about 6 feet away from the shelf in the complete darkness while we're sitting there doing our, investigating. And of course, there's no explanation for that. We can't figure out why it flew off the shelf and landed. It didn't fall off the shelf. Where it landed right in front of the shelf. This thing was 4 to 6 feet away from the shelf. I mean, this is a supposed haunted house, and we had quite a bit of activity that night.
But see, in my own estimate too, even if these were ghosts, I mean, unless they're that, I would think that the 95% of the ghosts are nice ghosts, and they just want to communicate. And then you got
exactly.
So I'm not thinking that it's going to be I'm going to meet a ghost who just automatically is Ted Bundy or whatever.
Right.
Okay,
I think if I saw ghosts, I'd probably shit myself, but I don't think I'd run.
No, I want to communicate with them.
I want to
communicate.
There's that 5% that do want to hurt you.
How? They're a ghost.
Sure, you're poltergeist or whatever, but I mean,
No, you've got some that can scratch you and throw shit at you. And,
It's called a cat.
anyway. All right, so Joe,
he's drunk.
you as the what is the Shadow People the creepiest thing you've seen?
Well, I'll say the Shadow People is the realist, if that's a real word. That's the realest thing I've seen. I mean, I wanted to prove to myself that these things are real, and I joined the Louisville Ghost Hunters, and we went to the Waverly Hills Sanatorium, and I went down the hallway with an investigator, and we got surrounded by Shadow People.
Okay,
and
so
it freaked me the fuck out.
That's the scariest shit you've seen.
Yes, absolutely.
In your
Absolutely.
travels. Okay.
Yeah, besides the Poltergeist movie that we used to watch on Tuesdays with Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Mark's only seen half of that.
I know.
Yeah, shut up.
The bottom half because he had his arm over his eye.
I don't care. It's still a scary fucking movie.
It was a fucking really scary movie. To this
It was-
day.
no, to
they
this
tried
day.
to redo
Okay,
it. You know
well-
what freaked me out even more was Pet Cemetery. That
Right.
fucking movie.
Well, let's
screwed
take
me
a break.
up,
We're
too.
gonna come back and talk about scary movies, and we'll go from there. Okay, and we're back. We're still on Facebook Live.
If you guys want to join us, come on down.
No, Mark, you gotta understand it's not a live show, so they're not going to join us. But I'm saying, once you listen to this, go check out our Facebook page and see the live video of us being completely stupid.
If you want to come
You're
down,
still
you
not
can
talking
meet
into the
Phoebe.
mic.
You can meet Phoebe.
I've about had it
Or
with both
you
of
know, so you
All
don't have
right.
to suffer more than about 25 minutes Facebook Live. That's how it's
yeah,
gonna be,
we're-
so.
we're-
Why do you always give me the middle finger?
It's a countdown. All right, so before the break, we were talking about
We're finishing up scary movies
Scary
for
movies.
Halloween.
Halloween. All right, anyone? Wait,
Let's start with the youngin' down there. What is your scary movie that
I
is?
don't watch scary movies, so
yeah, but
next.
you just watched the Cliff Note version of Halloween. Do you have anything to say?
Look terrible.
You saw Xanadu.
She has.
No, that'll be your next movie.
Oh shit!
So I got to talk about this new. It's a clown movie, and I forget. It's called Terrifier 2.
Yes, and Terrifier 1 is awesome, and Terrifier 2 is even better.
People are passing out and throwing up.
Yes, they're vomiting in the
They're
theaters.
vomiting in. They pass out bags to when you go in. They pass
Why
out
though?
barf
What's making
bags.
people throw up?
The gore.
It's gruesome. It
Yeah.
is awesome. It is a really good movie.
So that's like, and I'm reading all about this, and they're showing pictures of people passed out and throwing up, and I thought it was a joke until I read the reviews on it. I'm like, people really like this shit, man.
Just
I'm like,
look at the picture of the clown. He's the lead character, and you'll see, and that'll pretty much.
I've just seen so many special effects shows that everything.
no, apparently
No,
this is
this
yeah.
is cool.
everything's foam rubber and
Terrifier 2, you need to give us a cut of your money because we're talking about you and we don't even know. So
No, it's actually it's really good. It really is. It's
All
not
right,
just
so-
your typical slasher movie.
All right, so Mark,
what is Kayla though? Okay, so you don't watch horror movies. So what would be considered that you've seen a suspense movie that could be?
no, how about
something that you
this
like?
favorite Halloween movie, maybe, or anything like that?
Even if it's the
The
Peanuts.
Great Pumpkin.
It's the Great Pumpkin. You know,
Dude,
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Only Halloween movie
What's wrong
I
with Charlie
watched.
Brown?
No, nothing wrong. Do you know that Kayla at B29 this year has watched The Great Pumpkin with me every single year?
Thank you, because I have a big round head, and I'm a big fan of Charlie Brown.
I watch it every year.
He is awesome.
You know,
Yeah, no, I don't watch scary movies, and if I do, it's like all the lights have to be on and everything has to be okay.
I thought you sat through it with your father.
Nope.
No,
What?
I've never even seen
I
that.
we watched I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. The second one, I never saw the first one, so I couldn't tell you
It
what
wasn't
happened
much
in the
different.
first one.
That
The first one happened in Maine. The second one happening in the Bahamas.
Oh my
I still
God.
know what you did last summer. Just reminds me of your father's memory. So that just that to me is like I don't know what you did last summer is the movie that I would see.
I know who you did last summer. That's the one I watched. Sorry. Is that the same one?
Yeah,
no
I don't
one
know
heard
what
you
you
say
did.
that.
I can't remember what you did last summer.
So, Kayla, you watched that movie with me. Thank you. Did you like the movie? Thought it sucked? Useless?
Yeah.
Stupid?
It was whatever.
Because I'm with you. I'm not into scary movies at all. I don't enjoy them at all.
Do you have a favorite Halloween movie? You were gone when she mentioned The Great Pumpkin, but that's not really a movie. But do you have a favorite Halloween movie? Now keep in mind, because they did this on the radio the other day, and I realized, well, wait, that was a Halloween movie.
They should have did a Christmas Vacation, but they should have did a Halloween version.
But
too.
did you like Beetlejuice?
Yeah, Beetlejuice was Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go Ghostbusters. So because I don't really, I mean, I've seen the Halloweens and I've seen Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah,
and,
but you have to go with Beetlejuice over Ghostbusters because Beetlejuice was awesome, and it didn't wash itself out with several sequels that were.
I don't know. Have you seen the Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Yes, and I mean I liked it, but
It was okay.
It was
Ghostbusters 2 was the worst, and the reboot
I
they
mean
tried
I was
to
like
do was
that was
terrible.
like yeah.
But we had this
right up there
discussion.
with Caddyshack too.
We've had this discussion before.
Exactly. So Beetlejuice is.
Okay, let's
The shit.
change it up. Has anybody done anything scary have anybody gone to the freak farms or the haunted houses?
See, those would
or-
annoy me. I'm
No,
too-
you need to go to Rob Zombie's.
I've been
version
married
of-
twice, so nothing can scare me more than that, so it's okay.
Well, that-
All right, so Mark, what you were talking, done something scary, Scare Farm, Fear
Yeah,
Farm?
I mean,
anything like that?
I mean, I got married. I mean, it scares the shit out of 3 times. It's scary. But though in Facebook world, I love my wife. Okay, I do. But anyways,
You're only saying that.
I'm
'cause
not
she
a
can hear
big-
you.
I went to one when I was, and it was the thing that freaked me out is I was going through this maze, and you don't realize it's just this thing sitting there, and you're going through and you're lulling yourself because you don't think there's anything there, and all of a sudden this fucking guy's, and he's like 12 fucking feet high, and he stands over you while you're moving to the next room. You're like, what the fuck, man? That freaked me out.
They go to those places. The morning news goes to those places. That would annoy me. Someone jumping out and they're like, "Shut the fuck up, leave me alone." So I would not enjoy that.
If
ever.
you touch me, I'm suing.
I've never
you
been
touch
to
me.
one. and-
So you're not a jump scare fan,
No, they just annoy the shit out of me.
right? Yeah,
That's
that's the
not
redhead
obvious.
thing.
Joe,
so-
do you have a favorite scary movie, horror movie, Halloween movie, anything?
Well, I have my favorite all-time movie, which is John Carpenter's 1982 The Thing.
Oh,
That's my favorite movie.
Wow,
That counts.
That's
a way back.
absolutely.
That is a way back
I don't
machine.
remember the thing. I don't know if I've seen it or not.
Oh, that was one of the breakthroughs in cinematography. That was. They're actually getting ready to redo it.
Oh.
They
And
do
they did-
all,
they
they
did
redo
it.
all those old ones.
See, I like
Absolutely.
all the horror genre. I would have to say probably Freddy Krueger would be
Oh, yeah.
my favorite of the one. The first
5.
the first one and the third one. The second one sucked.
Yeah, but that ninth one was awesome, dude.
No, God,
yeah,
by the time,
remember
He was
remember Freddy Krueger's grandpa?
Yeah, he was being
Remember?
wheeled out and he
No,
stabbed
did you
that
ever see
nurse.
Friday,
with his
Friday
cane?
the 13th, 10, Freddy
should-
versus Jason.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just.
Come on, hang it up, give it a break. You know, after the third one, 'cause even Jason got.
Who do you think would win?
Well,
I think Jason won that
though?
movie.
Jason won. Oh.
yeah, he did carry Freddy's
Carried
head
Freddy's
out of the
head-
lake.
Yeah, but the thing with now, if you think about it, let's go into this. Freddy Krueger never really can die because as long as you can dream, Freddy Krueger's
Freddie
always going to
comes
be alive.
back. It's
yeah.
a brilliant maneuver.
I
Yeah.
know, but once he was chasing people in the wheelchair,
Yeah,
that just got a
It
little
got
bit
dumb.
old.
Yeah, but after
I'm
Dream
like,
Warrior,
the
after
guy
the
can't
third
walk, so
One,
you
after
know.
the third one, after Dream
He
Warrior,
shouldn't be
it
that
got
hard to
dumb.
get. I mean, you get a little older, you just
Exactly.
you know.
But in reality,
Grandpa.
In reality, you know, Jason.
right.
You know, Jason Voorhees died in the third one, and then in the
The
fourth one,
sixth
it was
one, the
some other
seventh,
kid.
and the
No,
ninth.
in the fourth one, it
he
was
came
Tommy.
back.
No,
Rob Zombie and
no,
reinvented him.
Tommy killed him in the fourth one, and then became
Papa,
Jason in
can
the
you
fifth
hear
one.
me?
Right.
Okay,
And
but
the-
Freddy.
And Cunningham just killed him in the last one, and he had a really weak.
By the
ending.
way, these are spoiler alerts if you've never seen it.
Oh yeah, sorry.
If you
sorry,
haven't seen
yeah,
any of
but,
Freddy Krueger movies,
Facebook
it's
out there, we just ruined
Anyway.
all the Freddy Krueger movies ever.
Don't,
No,
so.
do not go see the last one.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't see anything
He
after
dies.
3,
He
maybe
dies.
4. Don't see anything after
The
4.
last one is stupid.
But you know, but the
Watch the
Jason
Rob
movies
Zombie
are
ones.
stupid. But I've loved the horror genre just because. But I don't get into all the gore. When it gets gory, then it doesn't.
Then you
impress
do
me
not
and
want to
bores
see
me.
Terrifier
I don't
1
want.
or
I don't
Terrifier
want,
2.
No, I don't like that. To me,
I don't
that's
want.
not
I don't.
scary.
My thing. It's stupid. I don't like seeing people suffer. I'd rather them laugh themselves to death or something. You know.
I would just rather see something scary than how much blood and guts can I throw at the camera. It's just not
Well, apparently it's a lot. It is.
like Poltergeist. You know, we joked about that. Now we're talking when we were 12
Hey,
years old seeing
hey.
Poltergeist.
Jim, be careful. Mark is here.
I am. He'll scare me.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, he can hear you. What the hell's wrong
No,
with you?
we would go see Poltergeist, and Mark, you know, was watching you through. You know, he has,
every time we saw it,
has
man.
knees
I
up
want
and
everyone
everything.
to picture me
But-
holding Mark right now.
I would cry heavy.
But the
Heavily.
thing with Poltergeist was it could be a scary movie because it wasn't all about gore and stuff like that. It was about an angry haunting.
Yes.
And I thought that was a better horror movie than
Something that can fuck.
Friday the 13th, chopping people's heads off, shit like that.
E.T. was a kind of an October movie. They went trick-or-treating.
That's what you got out of E.T.
Well,
was they went trick-or-treating.
What the hell's wrong with him?
I mean, it's the truth. E.T. was set in October.
Will somebody please go over there and
Christmas.
loosen up his headset?
I can go with the argument of Die Hard being a Christmas movie, but E.T. was not a Halloween movie.
Well,
I think
Just
Mark's
because it was in
headset-
October.
wait, what does Kayla think over there?
She thinks that your headset's on too tight.
I've never seen either of them. So I
You've
couldn't
never
tell
seen
you.
E.T.?
Oh yeah, no, I have seen E.T. Not in a long time. I was
Oh,
thinking
no.
about Nightmare Before Christmas. Is that a Christmas movie or a
Oh.
Halloween movie?
I think
That's a Halloween movie. That is.
No, I think they classify that as Christmas
No,
movie.
that is not.
Well,
a
no,
Christmas
because
movie.
there's a
it.
song in there that says this is Halloween.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
mock of it. That's right.
But because he's the mayor of Halloween Town or whatever the hell the movie is, and then he goes into Christmas Land and becomes Santa. So
I've
does
never
it,
seen
yeah.
it, so I don't even know how the movie plays out.
I saw it a long time ago, so I'm not exactly sure.
I think it was technically released on November 29th, so it's a Thanksgiving movie because it falls in between.
Look at Joey. What? Are you BSing me there?
No, he can read a calendar. That's all he's trying to do.
You know, I mean, I'm impressed.
I'm shocked. But Halloween is never like, guys.
I'm just
Let's
trying to
be
meet-
honest here.
I'm trying to get you all
It's
to
a
meet in the
blip
middle.
on my screen. Halloween is a blip on my screen. The holidays start in 3 weeks, and that is going to be at the Tara Bori House. The Tara Bori House. That's where you're going to want to be.
I never really cared for Halloween, but it was my cousin's favorite holiday, so I just kind of like sucked it up and dealt with it. So we would do our haunted house and all that kind of stuff. But now since he's passed away, I'm like, meh,
Did kids your age do the hand in the spaghetti?
no.
We did. I remember that. Remember our neighbor? We would put the hand in the spaghetti.
I remember that one house had it. This is going to air on Halloween. We hope everyone has a happy and safe Halloween. If that's your thing, hey, go out and enjoy it. Starting November 1st, that really, because he starts setting it up November 1st, and by the November 19th, the grand opening, I don't know, what word do you put on your Christmas display?
That's what it is. Just it's worth coming
grand.
to see, guys.
It's grand.
If you're in the East Valley, I mean, we're probably not going to rank top 10 in the state, but I mean, but if you're in the East Valley, it's worth a 10-minute
I
drive.
thought it said Mark's house. Come the fuck in.
And it does. That's exactly
Merry
what
fucking
that's what
Christmas.
the elves are singing. Fuck you, go inside
right.
and pay.
So,
You can't get back.
So
with
as
that.
we close out fall and close out, Thanksgiving doesn't even mean anything.
I want to be head of your security, Mark.
We're gonna go right into Christmas, and so Mark does an interesting little thing. It's not even little. Mark does a really huge, great thing every Christmas. And he's going to talk a little bit about that.
He's got a $2,000 Santa. Are
Yes.
you kidding me?
Well, with all the help of you guys have been fantastic. When me and Holly have tried to raise money for needy families and everything else during the holidays and everything else. So this time, our family that we have is 6 kids and 2 adults. So me and Holly started FamilyNeedsFamily.net or Family Feeds Family or Needs Family.
Family helping family.
Family helping family.
Just type in what the
If only
fuck.
he knew his own.
We just started it, so I don't know. But we're not only are we like sponsoring a family, which we need the help with because it's a big family this year. So yes, this is my plug. But we also are starting to pay for kids' lunches that can't afford it, their internet, sports fees, all kinds of stuff like that. And make sure we could pay their school tab lunches off.
And we are
stuff.
all
So
chipping in for this.
we hope so. So
That is
we do.
FamilyHelpingFamily.net.
Yes, Family Helping
We'll put
Family.
a link to it up on our Facebook page.
So I'm shared it 100 times, and all my friends, I love you guys. If you guys can keep on coming through like you did the last time, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So
Yeah,
thank you.
donate what you can. Things are tight.
The telethon will be next week.
Things are tight, but if you can help out, Mark does an amazing thing. Every Christmas he's done this. For
Not just
quite
me,
some
it's
time.
my wife,
Well,
me and
his
my wife.
yes,
So
yes.
she's
So-
awesome in it. So yes, that's it. And hopefully Facebook Live, if you heard any of that, our 2 listeners, Carla, make sure you donate right now.
Yeah,
okay?
once you listen
Thank
to us, if you would go to our Facebook page and just check that out, let us know how it looks because we're trying to get this ready for the big Christmas party that we're doing Facebook Live on.
And Joey, it's great. I'm glad you came, man. This is great. This was fun. I mean, I know Jim's going to edit 3/4 of this out.
Yeah.
But it was
Probably-
fun.
Joey who?
You probably won't even hear me.
Yeah, exactly. And our guest. Good night, everybody. It's going to be.
I went somewhere and I said, boo.
That's-
Bye.
But seriously,
glad we
thank you.
finally got you on. Glad the three of us are all together, and we'll put some pictures up on Facebook, of course.
Don't scare them. Don't scare them.
Don't forget about
no threatening.
Kayla's CTAZ Adventures Instagram.
CTAZ Adventures.
And come check us out at www.ourwarpedworld.com. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a great Halloween.
Goodbye, everybody.